looking scruffy. I need to do something with it. Need to get some products. Put some products in. What's everyone doing? Wakey, wakey. Bob's live. Because I'm bored. And I'm curious. Out in the bee yard at night. Which is, seems like the bearding's just getting worse and worse and worse. My beard and the bee's beard is getting worse. And I added boxes. Hey, how's it going? I added boxes back to these colonies after extracting, figuring, these bees will have something to do. They'll go in and clean it up, right? Holy cow, it's just getting worse. Ventilation, no ventilation. It's not even that hot. It's gonna be hot next week, but during the day, I watched Mike Berry's video, and he said during the day, if there's not bearding, then no worries. But look at this. I mean, I don't know if you could tell, but they're caked up under there. Hey, Laney. But they are chilling out, cooling off, I guess. That one's not too bad today. I did some rearranging. Look at this out of place fella right here. I got a 2-framer over here with the beasts. So what I found out today going through the colonies is this colony looked like it was like gone. And like an abscon, there was just a little bit of bees in there, like 1 frame of bees in the bottom. So I took this double nuke that was right here and put them into that colony because there was no queen over here. So I put this double nuke with a queen and put it in here, added it to what they had, added a frame feeder to give them some go-go juice, and that was just a box that I pulled off of the honey in there that they could clean up. But I put this 2-framer that on my live earlier today, it was weak, and I set it there so the foragers that were coming back, I bet you it's slam full. I haven't even opened it. Probably a bad idea. Let's see what we got. No, still not much. I mean, there's some bees in there, not much, but yeah, there's not too much going on there. But that's the one with the virgin queen. And but some of these colonies are that one I got to figure out. I'm gonna have to go through here, but it don't seem to matter what I do. Add a box, take a box away, give them more space. They're content with just hanging out, chilling. I mean, that's a whole colony. That's like a whole nuke on the outside of the box. So, I don't know. Mike Berry says don't worry about it if they're hanging out at night. But, it's not a how-to video. It's a how he does video. But even some of my nukes, and it's really not hot right now, guys. So, I don't know. Maybe just their bodies on top of brood makes them, this one's not that bad anymore. I took supers off, spun some out, gave it back to them, and now there's not that much bearding on there. They're probably in there cleaning up all the residual honey. Yeah, I mean, I got to go back through them, I guess. Keep going through them. You just don't know, right? I don't know. If I go in the bottom, if there's a... Yeah, in the morning, yeah, they're looking to rob out my small colonies. Probably what they're looking to do. Rob them out. I went out to the grove, the Walnut Grove. I'm sorry, I keep saying walnut. It's Chestnut Grove. Went out to the Chestnut Grove, and that I think that was finally a good use for those Boardman feeders. So I took some Boardman feeders out there and put them on the front of those nukes out there, because there's only 5 colonies. You know, I really need to take better notes, and I'm going to say that because I was sitting there thinking that those bees had been out there for a long time at the Grove. They haven't even been there a month yet. Oh, do what? If you knew what, you would have called me. Hold on. I'm trying to... Yeah, so I took those Boardman feeders out to the the 5 nukes I had out there. So I got 4 Boardmans on and a one of those little Tupperware internal feeders from Blythewood Bee Company. But you know, some of my colonies are kind of, I don't know, I'm worried about them. I'm worried about them. They're not doing as well as I figured they would. They're just not growing. I figured, you know, it's not like they had to make queens. I gave them queens. They should, you know, they should be doing good. But the that colony out there has only got I guess they've only been out there a month. I was thinking they'd been there longer, but it was like the 17th of May when I was out there, so it hadn't even been a month that they've been out at the Chestnut Grove. So they really haven't had but like 1 brood cycle. I know that light's aggravating behind me. They haven't even had 1 full brood cycle, and I'm sitting there thinking, man, these things ain't growing. And so they are, and I mean, I guess they're doing okay, but they're not drawing any comb out really. And so we've just been fighting it. Oh, you know what I did today? See my hive tool? I had my hive tool. I had set it on my truck, like right on this top of my bed right here. And I drove down the road, got to my buddy's house, because I was giving him a little tiny jar of honey to sample. And you know, it's probably like 7 miles down the road, right? I get there, hive tool's still there. All right, I had to switch off my Wi-Fi and just do it from my cell phone. You ever seen a 2-framer beard? And look at this. Oh, not me. The 2-framers is bearding. This one is. That's kind of weird. I don't even think they have that many bees in there. But yeah, so I was just came outside because I forgot to put some pollen sub in the freezer, pollen patties that I had out. So I took them back in, and I thought I'd come out here and look at the bees and hang out with you fine people. But I don't see I'm not seeing any comments or anything. So I was just nice night, kind of cool. I'm gonna have to get out here tomorrow and sell some honey when it's hot, and hopefully they do well. But if you got any suggestions for this, I think I've tried everything. I mean, it's not even hot, guys. I mean, maybe it's hot. No, it can't be hot for them. They're used to it being 95 inside there. It's only like 70 something. And this just keeps getting worse and worse. That one keeps getting worse and worse. And I've already stripped like frames out of there, so they've got frames to draw out and everything. I've robbed them. I don't know what else to do with them. Really don't. So if you got a suggestion for that, I'd like to hear it. Guess that'll be on the agenda for tomorrow. I need to start probably trying to move some of these double. I think they've been in doubles long enough now that they've strengthened up pretty good, and might be able to move them to 10 framers. But who knows? It's been such a weird year for me. It's like, it just feels like I'm treading water, you know. I mean, I've obviously done expansion, right? You guys know that, but it just feels like my colonies aren't growing. You know, and here's what I'm talking about. So I have to look back at my videos, but I'm pretty sure these colonies here are like 2 months old. These nukes, right? About 2 months old. Well, that one's 2 months old. You know what I mean? It ain't doing nothing, hardly. This one overwintered. It's not really doing much. And then I got some nukes in here. They're not really doing much. I don't know. These over here are doing okay. Now I've robbed stuff out of some of these. Not these 3 on the end. Those are brand new, week old that they've been here. These down here I've robbed stuff out of to make splits, nukes, queens, you know, the whole gamut. So they're doing all right, but they're not like, it's not like when everybody says, oh, all my hives are just popping at the seams and they're growing and growing. Not mine. I don't know what's wrong. I mean, they've got pollen. Most of them had nectar. I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss on it. I've tried everything that I can think of. You know, now I've gone to putting feed on them already, just because to make sure they've got nectar. Like those nukes that I have out at the Grove, they really didn't have much nectar in there, and there's nothing messing with them. So it's just like, just the nukes. They should have been growing, but they've only been in there like 1 brood cycle, so I guess I can't really complain. And a couple of them had new queens put in them, right? So I guess that's my story, and I'm sticking to it over there. Man, I need to cut my hair. I'm starting to look more and more like Zangief, if you know who Zangief is from what was that, Street Fighter or whatever. Zangief. But at any rate, guys, I appreciate you all, and thank you for spending your valuable time with me. And if you think of anything that about these colonies, let me know, because I'm about 1 step away from doing something drastic, like just going ahead and really equalizing the crap out of everything and just giving up on this season, and dealing with what I the money I've already got, and just try to get the bees strengthened up. That's the most important thing to me, is to get them, my 5 framers into 10s, get my 10s strong enough, my single deeps, to get them strong enough to go into winter, and just get everything going. But it just seems like they're dragging, and now we got this dearth. Well, I'm calling it a dearth. It's a little bit of a dearth right now. And not only that, but summer solstice is 2 weeks away. So the queens are going to start backing down. I don't need them to back down. I need them to actually produce something right now. So we'll see if I just wasted a crap ton of money this year. Could be. Probably is. With my luck, that's usually what'll happen. So I'll do something, it'll go good for a little while, then it'll crash. Then I'll have to regroup and do it differently. But I'm hoping it plays out good. But right now, I know for a fact, when I was throwing feed on some of these 2 framers, they're not looking lovely. Some of them are doing really good. Some of them aren't doing worth a crap. So I'll have to check that out tomorrow. But again, it'll be another 10-hour day or something, beekeeping, 10-12 hours, and taking breaks, the heat and all. But you know, it's that time of the year, and half of me just wants to just leave them go. You know, just let them go. Just they're gonna do what they're gonna do. Let them grow. If one dies, don't worry about it. Make a split. Make a strong nuke. Build it back. Um, so I don't know. If you guys got any suggestions or ideas, I'd love to hear them. Yeah, I've been, you know, my weaker colonies, I actually went and already put Apivar in, which, you know, I was warned about Apivar by Mike. Mikey Coon Lake said, I don't know if I trust Apivar anymore. Now, I've never used Apivar, but what I will say is that colony that I had to put the nuke into today to get it back going, I basically just merged them, right? Just put all the bees in that one box and let them go. And the that was a colony that had an Apivar strip in it. It was doing pretty good, or I wouldn't have put an Apivar strip in it, you know. And now it's not, and it's only been a few weeks since I put those in, so it's a few weeks left. But you know, I don't know if the Apivar did something to them, or they were just getting weak. I don't know. At this point, I'm kind of at a loss. I asked the owners of the Chestnut Grove, well, how many colonies can I bring out here? Because I will for sure, if they told me they didn't care, the only thing they were worried about when the Oriental people come to harvest the chestnuts in September. That's the only thing they were worried about. But I would take every one of these nukes, the single nukes, and probably just move them. Put all these 10 framers together, you know, in their rows, take all the 5 frames out of here, and drop back and punt. And try, well, I think one of the problems I'm having here is I've got all different stages, right? So I've got 2 frames, 5 frames, 10 frames. Not only that, but I got all that with within a close proximity, right? So I can't feed a 5 framer without a 10 framer picking on it. I can't hardly feed a 2 framer without them getting picked on. So you know, some of these are just, it's crazy. It's crazy, you know, trying to figure it out, the chess match. And then you walk out here and it's a relatively cool night, and you got half the bees on the outside of the box. And I don't know. I don't know. I'm not ready to give up, but it's just like, I was hoping for more. I'll say that. I was hoping for more. That's all I was saying. I'm not worried about the honey. Not more honey. I don't care about that too much. I want it. I want the honey, but at the same time, it's not that important to me. I realized I had to build comb and stuff, but you know, it's I was just hoping for better success with the colonies that I'm raising right now. I just feel like they're not the 2 framers. I mean, they haven't been there long enough. But like these nukes and stuff out here, they should be doing better than what they're doing. I mean, they're, in my opinion. So, I mean, there's no beetles to speak of. I mean, not like years past where you just had tons and tons of beetles. That I haven't seen any wax moth issues. I don't see varroa mites on, you know, like you can sometimes see varroa mites. And I've checked the drone brood that's broken open. There's been no mites in any of those that I've seen. So I don't know. When I start zapping them with oxalic acid, I guess we'll figure it out. But I'm just not, right now, I'm not feeling comfortable with the situation. And, you know, I guess it could be worse. I could have Ian Stepler's luck this year, but I just really am not feeling the warm and fuzzy right now with some of these colonies. So it doesn't matter if you go from 12 to 50 something, if when you go back through winter you got 12 again, you know, or everything dies to that point. So right now it's just about getting them back to that point and getting them stronger. I don't know, guys. I guess we all have the same issues. I'm just trying to get my thoughts together and figure out a plan of action. I guess a plan of action. And you know, I think what I'm gonna do is once these feed jars here run out from today, I won't put any more feed on there on these 2 framers. I just wanted to really just give them a boost and give them something to store and give them a jump start. But it don't do you any good to do that if they're going to get robbed out and you're going to lose a frame of brood because there's no bees to cover it, right? So that goes back to that whole wasting resources, which again, there you go. That could be the reason why my nukes and stuff aren't doing good, because I've made all these splits off of nukes, right? And off of these colonies. So that could be, not could be, it is slowing them down. There you go. I just answered my own question. So quit making splits, equalize the big ones into my nukes and stuff, strengthen them up, get them going. What do you think? Plan of action? Throw a thumbs up if it's a plan of action. And you know, we'll take it from there. Hopefully tomorrow I'm gonna park my truck out there, sell some honey. I'm gonna clean all this crap up while I'm waiting on people. Hopefully not get stung a bajillion times. And you know, we're gonna try to make it work. Anyway, guys, appreciate all you guys who've been on here. I don't know, 23 minutes or so. And what's that make it, like 11:30 at night, 11 something at night? And you know, we'll be live tomorrow, I'm sure, and probably we don't always, but we always do a Sunday night live. So I'll be looking forward to seeing all you guys on that. And you know, have a good day, and we'll talk to you later. Good night.